Miss Pansy Murphy raised concern at the municipal meeting the other day and other council about the treatment of residents when they come in the shelter when there's hurricane that it need especially deck building. Listen what she have to say.
Congratulations to Miss Medley for supervising us as shelter manager. I think it's one of the best thing in the parish during the Melissa time. But I would want to recommend for the centers to have roll mattresses or blow-up beds. Because when we get persons, especially persons that have stroke, and they come in and they can hardly do anything for themselves, it is so hard to get them on the top of 4 benches within a wall to prevent them from maybe fall off or something. It is hard to put persons like those on a tough pieces of board. And I tell you, my heart goes out for them when I see something like that. So I'm going to ask you please to see if you can get some roll mattresses. You have them in small pieces like a single bed, or you have them in larger pieces. Even the babies, when they come in, they have to go on those. I am blessed in my school because we built something there that is valuable and caring towards persons. So when I go there, I don't sleep on a desk. I sleep in a bed. But I can take off mattresses to let some persons, like the babies. The next thing I would want to ask persons, ask the shelter or whoever is responsible to bring in the first meal. I don't want to know that the storm is coming out here and I have to leave my house to go down there, blend up some banana and some plantain, get some sugar and get something to give the persons the first meal. Let me tell you something. People don't listen. They only hear what they want to hear. So when those notices are given out, take some things with you, even your medication. These people come to the health shelter without medication. Asthma pump is not there. Medication for high blood pressure is not there. Medication for diabetes is not there. They come with their long hands, not even crackers. Right? And when they come there, they look at this. Miss, you don't have anything to eat. I'm a very caring person. I love people so much. And I will do anything to help them. But I think the first meal, if they come in night, I think the first meal should be there for me to put on a pot of water in the kitchen because we have a clean kitchen and good place. Some peppermint to give them a cup of tea. If it's dinner time they come in there, I think something should be there to be cooked for them to get. So I am requesting all of this, so next time it wouldn't look so bad. I wouldn't have to put on a water boat and my rain cloak to go down to my yard to take out my things, where it's not a problem to me to give them. So please, I'm asking you. Thank you. Any question? Good morning, everyone. I just want to say, the St. Thomas PDC, we haven't got any reports, but I just want to let you know that reports coming to the CDC will come from the CDC itself, Community Development Committees, the CBOs, which are the community-based organization. If we do not get reports from those people, then we can't present any. And it's best for, I would want to say that persons who are representative try to find out in your area where these community-based organizations or the CBOs are, so that you can be able to go to their meetings and find out what is happening. I have a letter here for Mr. McIndoe, and it's from the Albion area, and it says, we write you, sorry, they are writing you to say, on behalf of the Albion Estate Citizens Association, I would only want to say to please see if you can address that, because that letter has been published over and over and sent to this council, and other incidents or issues come to these councils are still not addressed. So I would want you to look back on them and see how well you can address these. Because persons who are giving out these information don't want to give any more information because the issues are not being addressed.
From the White Horses Division and my colleague from the Dalby Division regarding the infrastructure that we have prepared for hurricanes. I am appalled, like my colleague, at how the wind moved concrete. And I'm telling you that the shelters that are in my division, if we had a Cat 5, the shelters would need shelters. I've been at disaster preparedness meetings here, and I've heard us as councillors make observation and complain to the Ministry of Education representative from the region regarding the shelters and how ready they are not for events like these. So I'd like to put a proposal that we try to get some, not bomb shelter, but hurricane shelter, real shelter constructed that is all concrete like this room here, where we know that if we have a Cat 5, we're not fretting about the roof. Because I've never seen hurricanes tear off things like that. There's only in movies. But we face real and present danger. Because even as we speak today, the 13th, we're still not out of the hurricane season yet. And we have about 8 more months to go back into another one. So I'm calling on some kind of emergency measure, whether or not they can slab off a particular section of each school to ensure that if we get a Cat 5 next year again, or even a Cat 3, because that could do great damage too, we can be prepared in some way to be able to safely say to the nation, to the parish, that we have a shelter, we have real shelters. I also heard during our discussions, the council from the Trinityville division mentioning that people had to walk across rivers to get to the shelters. We have to really take a deeper, harder look at where our shelters are and the integrity of them to hold up in adverse weather conditions like this. Otherwise, it's going to spell mortal disaster.
The school or the ministry must make a preparation for the people that going to have access to use the canteen, because there is no other way you can go to catch a fire, right? And that is the problem, because when they go, as Pansy said, the 72 hours after the food now, you have to have something there that them go that they can get. And this principal, they are refusing to open the canteen. And also, some of the newer part of the building were more resistant. They don't want to open it to make the people go in there. And I'm saying that it's coming like as a partiality. But they open it for them friend going on it. And I observe that. Right? But I'm saying, as a court, we have stand here and we see what happens. The principal or the ministry, or we must write to the minister saying that the Ministry of Education. Let them must open the canteen and get them access. But somebody has to have accountability with them. But it must, that is the only place they have to access. Right? Sometimes you go down there, nothing. Right? you have to have it on the ground, as Council said, just like when I have to make a presentation and send food. So the 72 hours is not going to work on the canteen. Must work for them to access.
And they move the value.
And we have to look at our environment and what we need to survive and what we need to stay, in order for us to stay safe. I don't think this day and time we need to build any more school in Jamaica that is not hurricane proof. And we have learned by this Miss Melissa that that none of the roof that we have, what we say hurricane proof. Chief engineer, none of them want to tell me over the years say hurricane proof, except laptop. And the only roof hollow. And the only roof, they got tricks where me foolishly put on my house and then the contractor tell me say it can withstand wind up to 165 miles.
That's
But we never know say.
That's why we don't have the shelter. That's why we don't have the shelter.
Oh, I have concrete. I have something. I was wise enough to study. I didn't have all of it in that. But I'm just saying, no, even the metal roof screw down that people always say, not for the school app. Look at St. Elizabeth Technical.
Yes.
Roof destroyed. And it's the same screw down roof. So I'm just saying, going forward. And remember, you know, these buildings, we are a poor country. So when we have a school, yes, it's a school. Build there to educate or use. That's the main function. But it also serves other functions. Like example now, in the disaster period, it is a shelter. So it's multi-purpose. So we have to build it to withstand that. So it don't make no sense. We waste no more money and I build up more school. I'm going to slap it up. Because we recognize that none of those roofs will work. And what is so sad, you know, when I see fly, you know, and chop a man in the middle of the hurricane, you know, there's no access to the health facility, you know. And we have seen situations where that happen in White Horses, and mother have to just hold them baby in their hand and watch the baby bleed to death. So we don't even create no more other situation then. So just going forward, everything we do in our daily life, we have to prepare ourselves for hurricanes, because we recognize we live in our country, we live in our space. We at some point in time, we will get hurricane, and based on how we are treating the environment, and the environment gets upset with it. The days of maybe Cat 1 and Cat 2 soon be over. We soon want to get Cat 5 and maybe scientists have to make some upgrade because they discover that they're coming even more powerful than the Cat 5.